Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's Russell with Ink and Paper Blog. Welcome to video 4 in my holiday gift guide 8 days video. Can you believe I'm going to do 8 of these? I can't. You're halfway through. You're halfway through. And today we're going to be talking about short stories. So there you go. And I'm going to be giving some recommendations for some amazing short story collections. So I'm super excited to get these onto your guys' holiday gift guide buying lists, I have to say. And I cannot start this video without starting with my favorite short story collection that I read this year, and maybe my favorite short story collection I've ever read, and that's Heads of the Colored People by Nafissa, Thompson, Spires. This is out from Adjei-Brenyah books, and it is freaking fantastic. Looking at the African-American experience in a myriad of ways, from dealing with external racism, internal racism within the African-American community, sizeism, motherhood, postpartum depression, struggling, health, all those stuff. Not a weak story in the bunch. Every story is fantastic. You guys will not be disappointed. So if you have a short story reader in your life, highly recommend Heads of the Colored People by Nafissa, Thompson, Spires. So much great stuff to be said. This story collection I haven't even wrapped up yet on my channel. It will be in the second half of my November wrap up, but that is Friday Black by Kwame, Adjei-Brenyah, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce those, but it has a blurb on the front from Roxane Gay that says, read this book. This is out by Mariner. This story collection, a lot of the stories have sort of this sci-fi dystopian aspect to it. I'm going to tell you about Friday Black because it's the story, the title story, and also the story that I just keep coming back to. And it is a sort of satirical view, it is a satirical view of the Black Friday shopping phenomena. Our main character in that story has been bitten in the past by someone who was shopping for Black Friday and is able to speak to these zombie-like creatures that come in. And it is fantastically hilarious, but also petrifying about what people will do in regards to Black Friday shopping. He is an amazing voice. He was one of the 5 National Book Award winners for 5 Under 35. Deservedly so. I cannot wait to see. And this cover, you guys, is just so amazing. So this is Stories Friday Black by Kwame, Adjei-Brenyah. I'm sorry. I know I'm saying that wrong. And this is out from Mariner book. Read it. Read it. You guys will not be disappointed. You cannot really talk about short stories this year and not talk about Jamel Brinkley's A Lucky Man, because I think it announces the voice of a future superstar in the world of literature. A Lucky Man really starts a discussion regarding the Black male experience. It is very masculine in tone. And he definitely has a very great sense of place and purpose. You guys will not be disappointed by this collection. It was shortlisted for the National Book Award. I really, truly thought it was going to win of the 5 shortlisted books. Yeah, it is really, really good. So if you are looking for something that is a new voice in American literature that I really think is going to stick around, and that's Jamel Brinkley, A Lucky Man, a collection of short stories. Okay, we're going to get into a couple of things that have been out a little bit longer. I don't know if you guys know about The Moth, the short story collection, the oral short story group that goes on in the world. But this is a collection of their stories called All the Wonders, True Stories About Facing the Unknown. It is the foreword was written by Neil Gaiman, and it's edited by Catherine Burns. It came out a couple of years ago. This naked hardback is gorgeous. And it's just a collection of stories that people have been telling in the Moth series. And it's very real. It's very much about people. So you definitely will feel a connection. The Moth short story collection, a series, is worth checking out if you haven't done it yourself. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. And I like that it's a sense of stories told from a really real perspective. So that's The Moth, All These Wonders, True Stories About Facing the Unknown. This is out from Crown Archetype, and it's a foreword by Neil Gaiman and edited by Catherine Burns. Gorgeous. I cannot do a short story collection recommendation without recommending one of my favorite short story collections of all times, and that is The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien. This is the Mariner version. I think there's a new anniversary edition out. Don't quote me on that, but I thought I saw a version of this. This is Tim O'Brien's short story collection. They're sort of interconnected short stories where he talks about the Vietnam War. And the story, the things they carried, is probably the most iconic. It starts with just a list of everything that's in the backpack of the soldiers as they are getting ready to march into the wilderness that was Vietnam. There's an amazing short story about him personally, sort of autobiographical in nature, about deciding not to go to war and whether or not he should run away from the draft. Everything in this is so good, you guys. I recommended it before. I'm going to recommend it probably for the rest of my life. And that is Tim O'Brien's The Things We Carried. And yeah, it is amazing. Okay, last but not least in this is Well-Read Black Girl by Gloria Edim. She was the founder of the Well-Read Black Girl Book Club, which I have followed for ages now. And this is an anthology, and its subtext is Finding Our Stories, Discovering Ourselves. Min Jin Lee, who you guys know, she talks about it on the front. She says, a brilliant collection of essential American reading, smart, powerful, and complete. The first essay in it is written by Jesmyn Ward. You guys know how much I love Jesmyn Ward. And then the other thing that's just so amazing is there is a essay in this by that's called Zora and Me, which is a discussion regarding Zora Neale Hurston. Zora Neale Hurston is absolutely one of my favorite, I feel, underrated writers. I just think more people need to read Their Eyes Were Watching God. She has an amazing short story called Sweat that I definitely think everyone should read. So yeah, and there's some amazing art in here too. There's also an essay by Morgan Jerkins, who, you know, I love Morgan Jerkins. I loved her essay collection that definitely probably should have made it into this stack. So this is Well-Read Black Girl, Finding Our Stories, Discovering Ourselves by Gloria Edim, founder of the Well-Read Black Girl Book Club. And again, another gorgeous naked naked hardback. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So that is the short story collections. Let me see if I can lift them up for you guys to take a look at. And I highly recommend every single one of these for those short story readers in your life. And as always, until next time, happy reading. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.